sometimes, the creatures with the biggest hearts are the ones forced to suffer in silence, waiting for help that seems like it will never come. The story of Gazelle is a reminder that we must be the voice for those who cannot speak for themselves. Gazelle had spent his entire life trapped in one small spot. He lived his days chained up to a very short leash that barely gave him room to move. He didn't have a soft bed or a warm blanket. He just slept on the bare, hard ground. You could tell he was longing for just a scrap of food or a kind touch, but he never got it. To make matters worse, his body was fighting a terrible battle. He had a huge, heavy tumor hanging from his lower abdomen. It was so large that he could barely walk. Every step he took caused him pain, and his body just ached in silence day after day. When we received the call about his location, we knew we had to move fast. We rushed to the scene immediately to rescue him. When we first arrived, the situation was tense. Gazelle didn't know who we were. He was afraid of us. He barked loudly whenever we tried to approach him. In his mind, humans were not friends, so he was just trying to protect himself. He didn't understand yet that we were finally there to help him end his suffering. The situation got even more complicated because his owner was nearby, watching the area. We knew we couldn't just walk up and take him without a plan. We called the police right away because we wanted to make sure this rescue was safe and legal. At first, we couldn't get close to Gazelle because he was so defensive, and the owner was watching. We had to be very smart about it. After trying a few different times, we managed to sneak up on him carefully. We were risking everything for him in that moment, but we knew we had to give him a chance at a real life. We slowly got him unchained and got him out of that terrible place. Once he realized we weren't going to hurt him, his entire demeanor changed. He was actually a very gentle dog. He didn't try to bite or harm us at all. It only took a few minutes for us to gain his trust. He seemed to realize that the heavy chain was gone. We walked him to our car and got him settled in, safe at last. But our job wasn't finished yet. We had secured the dog, but we needed to ensure that justice was served. We stayed at the same location to help the police locate and arrest his cruel owner. It was not an easy task to catch this man. He knew he was in trouble. He tried to escape every single time the police officers approached him. It turned into a long struggle, with the police trying to corner him while he tried to run away. After a lot of effort, the police finally managed to apprehend him. It was a relief to see him in handcuffs. We were told he would receive a very harsh punishment for what he did. He will be imprisoned for a long time, which is exactly what he deserves. We promised ourselves we would not let him go until he paid for everything he did to poor Gazelle. Once the police had the owner in custody, our focus went back to the dog. We rushed Gazelle to the hospital as quickly as possible. The medical team was already alerted, and the doctors were waiting for us at the door. They took him in immediately for a lengthy and thorough examination. They needed to see exactly how bad the tumor was. He underwent a CT scan and an MRI so the vets could get a clear picture of his internal health. The news was serious. The doctors told us he needed urgent surgery to remove the mass. There was really no other option if we wanted him to live. We started preparing him for the operation right away. Before the surgery, we made sure he was comfortable. He was given some good food and fresh water, which he probably hadn't had in a long time. He was so tired from the stress of the day that he actually slept a little bit before the procedure. After he got some rest, we took him to the operating room. The doctors spent several hours working on him. It was a complex procedure, and we waited anxiously for news. Finally, the doctors came out and told us the operation was a success. This was incredibly joyful news for all of us. After a few hours, the anesthesia wore off, and he started to stir. He finally woke up, free from that heavy tumor and free from his chain. He is now ready to start a brand new life filled with love. God bless you, Gazelle.